but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
What's up, what's up, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another stream, Tuesday night. We're here in the Tollus, and we're going to be heading up from San Francisco up to Portland, Oregon. Glad you all could stop by. We're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. Got ground handling service in the aircraft at the moment. Getting fueled up, getting some snacks. And so, yeah, we can go ahead and jump into the flight deck and get this party started. I hope ground handling doesn't crash my sim. It's been doing that the last few times. I said I wasn't going to use it, but it's all good. We're here. Welcome aboard. How was everybody's day? Fine, I hope. So let's go ahead and get our get some information up for you guys, and just make sure that I have everything else set. There's our flight information. So we should be good there. And everything else looks like it is set. So let's see here. Let's take a look at our briefing packet that we have generated from SimBrief via the Project Fly app. And give me 1 second. Let me just get a conversion here. And then we can go ahead and start programming this very short route into our FMC, or in other words, MCDU. Alright, we're all set there. Alright, so again, welcome aboard, everyone. This is going to be your flight, now boarding Alaska Airlines Flight 1803 with service from San Francisco up to Portland, Oregon. We will be cruising at flight level 380 today via the it's this Truckin' 2 departure out of SFO via the Grotful transition direct to Maku, and then straight into Portland via runway 3 is what it's calling for. It looks like we're going to be departing 01 right here at San Francisco, and we do have, last time I checked, let me double check, yeah, we have Tower here in San Francisco and we have Oakland Center, so we'll have some ATC, and then actually we have Portland approach on, so hopefully we can get up there before those guys get off. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump down here into the MCDU. So we're leaving out of KSFO and we're going to KPDX. We'll drop that in there. Flight number is going to be AS 1803. So we'll drop that there. Cost index, I think it said 5. Oh, you will use 50. And our cruise level was 380. We'll drop that in there. Align the IRS. And it's been a minute since I used this daggone told us. So we're gonna have to try to remember here on the fly how to get our there we go, departure, our route programmed in here. Probably should have done the flight beforehand. Alright, so as I've stated, we're leaving 01 right via the Turkin 2 departure. So we're going to go 1 right via the Turkin 2. And what was that, GRT? Here we go. And we're going to insert that. And it looks like we're going to just direct. Alright, how do I put let's see, direct, M-A-C-H-U. Alright, that still has us with a disco. KPDX 03. Alright, let's see here. Can we clear this disco out? How do we clear this disco out? Okay, definitely should have done the flight beforehand. I'm trying to figure out how to clear this disco out. Alright, we'll come back to that in a second. Let's go ahead and get our fuel. Get what we need from here. So it's calling for 14,500 pounds of fuel, so that's going to be 6591 kilograms. So we'll do 66, and let's see, what was it calling for? Passengers is 133, so we'll bring passengers down to 133, and payload is 30.9. Yeah, 30.9. So that's gonna be kilograms though. Let's go ahead and get that. Yeah, that's just over 14,000 kilograms. And that's about 7,000 kilograms. Which I can't get that. That's weird. Alright, so we'll just leave it. We'll just leave that as is. I don't feel like messing around with that. I'm going to apply those load settings. Flex temp is 72. I got to figure out how to do all of this crap. I thought I knew. Alright, so zero fuel weight is 57.6. So we'll throw that in. Out of entry range, why? weird. Yeah, maybe this is the number I need, 28.7. Yeah, that's that. And then let's try 57.0. That's still out of range. Block fuel is 66. Let's just put that in. 6.6. And then what are we doing for zero fuel? Yeah, zero fuel weight. Still saying it's out of range, so. Let's see what happens here. 27.7. And then 55.2. Still out of range. Now that's out of range. Yeah, this has got me a little puzzled today, guys. Got me a little puzzled. Let's see here. Zero fuel weight. It's asking me for my zero fuel weight. This is the NB page. Block fuel is 6.6. And then 57. Why does it keep saying entry is out of range? Let's try 100 passengers. Maybe it's just too. Maybe it's because it's up there. 29.6. And 53.7. Yeah, it's still out of fucking range. Alright guys, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna be on this too much longer. I'm gonna end up switching planes until I can figure this out. It's been a minute since I've flown this thing, so yeah, we're gonna have to come back to this. It's the prep page. Trying to figure out why it's saying that that's out of range. Zero fuel weight and CG. The above settings give. Oh, you know what? 53.7. What the hell is going on here? zero fuel weight here is 55.3, 53.7. Doesn't make sense. Alright guys, screw this. We're about to jump into Zibo. That's what we're about to do. This ain't making any sense with this zero fuel weight. It's not accepting what I'm putting in here. 28.5. See what it says? That's out of range. I don't get it. How is it out of range? About to piss me off. Alright. I'm swapping aircrafts. Alright guys, stand by while this loads up, and we'll get going in the Zibo. I just got to change my flight plan and everything like that. I don't know what's up with that TOLUS. I haven't flown it in a while, so we're going to scrub that. I ain't about to be sitting here all night dealing with that. So give us a second to change everything out. In the meantime, I'll give you some tunes. And once this loads up, we'll get going. Bootleg Sim Palette, welcome to the stream. How's it going? We are just refiling another flight plan. Had some issues with the Toller. Haven't flown it in a while, so I am not concurrent. So we just loaded up the Zibo, and this is gonna be Southwest Airlines flight 2434 with service to Portland. So we're just about to pre-file this right quick with Vatsim, and then we're gonna go ahead and get going. I couldn't get that Toller to work. So stand by, I'll be back with you in about 2 mics. Alright, we are back. Alright, so I had to get that resituated. I wasn't going to sit there for 20-30 minutes trying to figure out why I wouldn't take my weights. It was probably pilot error, and so we will continue this flight and get out of here. So just let me get my briefing packet up that I just produced. And we are Southwest Airlines flight 2434. So we got that all ready to sign into Vatsim. We won't sign in yet, but we'll sign in here in a second. So the flight plan has changed. I don't know why it wasn't giving me a star into Portland with the Tollers, but we are still expected to depart runway 01 right. This time via the City 3 departure. Same transition, which is what is this, Gripful? Direct to Maku, and that's straight into the Timbers 2 arrival into Portland. And we're expecting 10 right in Portland. So, sorry for the delays, and this is your flight, your Southwest flight 2434 with service up to Portland. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try to get this thing started really quickly. And we'll go ahead and start the APU. And let's get the INSs aligned right quick. And while we wait on that, we are on ground power, so we'll go ahead and jump down here. Initial reference, we are at Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar. We'll drop that in there. Grab our GPS position. Drop that in there. Head straight to route. Face that. We're expecting 01 right. So we'll put that in for the runway. Destination is going to be Kilo Papa Delta X-ray. Drop that there, and flight number is going to be WN 2434, and we'll drop that there. Head on over to our prefs page. Get our fuel, get fueled up, and we're going to go ahead and get the hell up out of here. So we're expected 17,239 pounds of fuel to be used. So we'll get that. 17.2, enter. And our payload is 41.9. So we'll drop that in there. And zero fuel weight is right on the money. 133.8 says SimBrief. 133.1 says Zibo. So that's decent enough. So we'll back out there. Start the flight leg. Make sure our sounds are turned up. And let's jump back down here into the FMC. Planned fuel is 17.2. That's in. Reserve, we'll do 2.0. Cost index 100. That's what we're going to fly, 100. Cruise altitude, let's see if that's changed from the previous. It did. 360. And cruise wind is going to be average wind 334 at 049. So we're going to have a headwind. Execute that. Grab our outside air temperature. We'll leave engine performance the same. We'll run flaps 5 for takeoff. Grab our CG. Trim is 4.95. So let's check that there. Trim up just a little bit. That's about right. And V1 is 139. Rotate is 141. V2 is 150. So we'll climb out at 165. That's V2 plus what, 15? Arm that. And that's all complete there. Let's jump over to the departures page. And we are departing via the City 3. It doesn't have the City 3 on here. What's going on with that? Yep, it's one of them nights, Xplane. It's one of them nights. You're trying to make me get off. Here it is. City 3. That's our transition. And 01 right. I'm not seeing 10 right and 19 left. Maybe it's my scenery. Maybe Maybe my scenery is messed up. This is a freeware version of this area, so we'll try to get that information from the ATIS once we sign in to Vatsim. Let's go ahead and do that now. Change our type code. We are a B738. Let's go ahead and connect and see if we still have tower. It doesn't look like we have tower anymore. Yeah, we might have been too slow, guys. Says we got ground and center, so yeah, we got ground, so we'll be able to get some information from him. Alright, we'll leave that as is for right now. We'll come back to that. And let's get our information into route. We do have a discontinuity, but we'll fix that hopefully. Alright, so we're going direct to Machu or Macayu, M-A-C-H-U. So we'll input that there. And then that's going to be our transition into the Timbers 2 arrival. And it's calling for 10 right, so we'll leave that as is. Alright, so we'll go back to routes. Let's execute that for the time being. Altitude constraint, yes we know. Legs. Yeah, so it's just wanting us, it's just wanting the runway right there most likely. So let's get a chart up right quick so we can see more information about this departure. This is like my very first time flying out of San Fran, so bear with me here, guys. Departure, City 3. See what this thing is calling for. 10 right. That says 01 right. Huh. SimBrief is saying 01 right. There is no 01 right. 10 left, 10 right, 19 left and right. Or is there a 01? Maybe not on this departure. That's what it is. So we just got to find out whatever the active runway is. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and tune to the ATIS and see if we can get that information right quick. ATIS frequency is going to be 118.85.
San Francisco International Airport ATIS information Echo 2256 Zulu. West 040 and 6. Visibility 10. Few clouds and 20 south. Temperature 21. 2.4. Altimeter 29901. Simo FMFY bridge visual runway 28 right and tiptoe visual or ILS or area navigation runway 28 left in use. Landing runway 28 left, 28 right. Departing runway 1 left, 1 right. North into airmen. Taxiway J closed. ASFC in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Remake of all runway holding instructions is required. All aircraft are required to include aircraft health sign and all radmix and acknowledgements. Taxiway Juliet closed. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
Alright, so we'll let that run through one more time. I didn't get the altimeter.
San Francisco International Airport.
So it is one left and one
Information
right.
echo 2256 Zulu. West 040 and 6. Visibility 10. Few clouds and 20,000. Temperature 21. 2.4. Altimeter 29901. Simo FMSY bridge visual runway 28 right and tiptoe visual or ILS or air.
Okay. It said 29901, I believe. Bootleg Sim Pilot says Captain Geo couldn't get his Zibo to work, wouldn't do a flight plan. It worked just fine for me. What was that? Saturday I did a stream. It worked just fine for me. Now I can't figure the TOLUS out again. It's been a while since I've flown it, so I'm gonna have to go and do a couple flights and figure everything out before trying to stream it again. Completely lost touch on it. Alright, so altimeter's 29901, so we'll tune that in. I think it said what, 19,000 on the departure, top altitude. So we'll plug that in here. And let's go ahead. Let's see if we can tune ground right quick and see if he's giving out anything so we can try to get more information on which runway. Said one right. I'm not seeing a one right though. Sorry about my track IR, guys. I keep pausing it, unpausing it. Yeah, I just got 10. So we'll just try 10 right. I mean, that's closer to 1 right. Yeah, we'll just try that. Let's see, yeah. Alright. Let's go to ground right quick on 121.8. And just listen in for a second and see if we get anything out of there. And in the meantime, yeah, top altitude is 19,000. See, even my charts are saying 10 right. SimBrief, maybe my SimBrief isn't updated with the new nav cycle, Eric cycle. Pretty sure I did. So we'll just climb heading 104 to 520. So we'll put 104 in here. We'll just try to follow what the chart says as best as possible. And while we wait, let's go ahead and get packs on. I know they're hot back there. Nav lights are on. And let's switch over to the generator, to the APU gen. And let's see if we can get a clearance here. Right quick. Southwest 2434. San Francisco ground, Southwest 2434 IFR clearance to Portland.
Southwest 2434, good evening. This is San Francisco ground. You're cleared to Portland Airport via the truck-in to departure. Grateful transition then as filed. Climb via the SID, departure frequency 132.2. Squawk 4521.
And he gave us the trucking. Cleared to Portland International as filed via the trucking to grateful transition. Departure on 132.2, squawking 4521, Southwest 2434. I got kind of tongue twisted
Southwest
there.
2434, make sure you climb via SID, rest with read back correct. Expect runway 1 right for departure, ATIS information, echo current. Push and start your discretion, call me for taxi.
We'll climb via the SID, expect 1 right for departure, and correction, we do have information echo, Southwest 2434. Yeah, I messed up a little bit there, guys, but I didn't expect him to. So now we got to go in and get this daggone thing swapped out because he wants us on trucking. So we'll swap this out. He said 1 right. So we'll execute that. Alright, so we got that set. We do have another altitude constraint. That's all good there. Let's. And my track IR is not. There we go. Alright, let's get up. Let's get up that departure. Here. Alright, climb heading 014 to 520. Top altitude is going to be still 19,000. Then turn right, direct to tide, cross tide at or above 3,000. Then on track 043 to trucking. Alright, so we'll put in that heading 014. And we'll get ready to push here. And 3,000 is set there. Flight directors can come on. LNAV and VNAV. And let's go ahead and give the passengers some attention since we have not. It's been kind of crazy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, for the flight deck. Welcome aboard. They're going to be underway shortly for the first leg. These 3 wonderful flight attendants, give them your attention as we push and taxi. They're going to give you plenty of attention en route. Enjoy the flight. We'll talk to you about the airport.
Alright.
San Francisco, Grand Bay, United 4357 with you. We're on Juliet right now. United 4357, good.
So we said 4521 in the box.
Ground taxi to the ramp by Juliet Alpha. To the gate.
So that's set.
Sorry, via Alpha.
And let's go ahead and
Juliet
pre-plan
Alpha.
our pushback here. Let's just get a view on which way we want to leave out of here. Completely unfamiliar with this airport. So we will use the free camera view and just get an idea. So we want to pretty much leave out straight behind us so we can push nose left back out this way. And then taxi out this way somewhere. It looks like yeah, there's one left, so that's one right. So we got pretty much a straight short taxi. So let's go ahead and pre-plan our pushback. And we'll come out to about here.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
And let's set our cabin altitude to 36 because that's where we'll be at. We'll get the landing altitude later. Window heats can come on. And we'll hold off on the probes. Fuel pumps on. And we're getting ready to push back, guys. I think everything is set. And just for safe measure, let's also get up the airport chart. so we can kind of see where we're going here. Alright, let's go ahead and call for our tug. Take a swallow
Ground
of beer
cockpit,
before
tow
we
is
leave.
driving up.
Once we take off, I gotta change the title of the stream because this definitely still says towless, and we are now in a Boeing. Alright, there's our tug. Beacon lights can come on. Did I turn his belt signs on? Yeah, I did.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Man, I really wanted to fly the towless tonight.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I really wanted to fly that thing tonight. But it's all good. We gotta just roll with the punches. Bootleg, what version of the Zibo was Geo running?
No problem, have a great night, sir.
That's what I want to know, what version he was running. I haven't had any issues with this. I forgot where
Tow
to go to
connected
see.
and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
I forgot where to go to see what
Starting
version I'm
to
on. I can
set,
see
and you
it
may
here
start
in a
engines.
second. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm running 3.37. No issues with this whatsoever, at least not that I found. Alright, so let's get this party started. Packs off. Ignition to both. Engine number 2 to ground. And we are watching N2 rotation for 25%.
We have everyone take their seat and put their seatbelts on after that photo. Thank you. Thanks for...
And there's 25%. Introduce fuel. And wait on starter cutout. Here it is. Engine number 1 to ground. Repeat the procedure. There's 20%. Looking for 25. And there's 25. Introduce fuel. And wait on starter cutout. And there we have starter cutout. Let's go ahead and wait on him to finish pushing us back.
Tampering with, disabling, or destroying any smoke detectors in an aircraft lavatory. Federal aviation regulations also require passenger compliance with the lighted passenger information signs, posted placards, and crew members' instructions regarding seatbelts and smoking.
Yeah, we was totally also not at the right gate.
Although we don't anticipate a change in
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
4 yellow oxygen mask will drop in the compartment.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, we'll go ahead and squawk mode Charlie now. Switch over to the engine gens. APU bleed can come off, engine bleeds can come on. Packs can come back on. APU can be shut down. Hydraulic pumps can come on. Yaw damper can come on as well. And let's get the probe heats. Isolation valve to auto. And we look good to go on the overhead.
San Francisco ground, Coho 65, good afternoon. We have information.
Nose disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, we'll wait your hand signal on the right. Auto brace can go to RTO.
You're clear to San Diego Lindbergh by the offshore.
Let's go ahead and arm the spoiler.
Departure. Mickey, then as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 10,000. Departure frequency 132.2. Squawk
Oh my God.
4502.
Flaps can come down to 5 for departure.
Go 65, we're clear to Lindbergh,
there
via
we
the
go.
offshore 2. Mickey, climb via the SID, except maintain 10,000. Departure's on 32.2, squawk 4502.
Flight control check. Right, back, left, forward. Flight control is a free right. Oh, full right rudder, full left rudder. And let's go ahead and clear the lower DU. That's done.
Go 65.
Get our chart up here.
San Francisco ground, United 227, ready to copy out for Lindbergh.
And where are we? Ramp Alpha? Yeah, A ramp, I guess.
United 227, you're clear to Lindbergh Field via the offshore 2 departure. Mickey then as filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 10,000. Departure frequency 132.2, squawk 4570.
Taxi lights can come on, let him finish up, and then we'll call for our
Clear to Lindbergh by the offshore 5,
taxi.
Mickey then is filed. Climb by SID, except
And he said
maintain 10,000.
132.2 for departure. Let's go ahead and get that dialed in.
United 227 change offshore 2 departure, Mickey, rest of route back correct. Expect runway 1 left for departure, ATIS information, Foxtrot current, position start yours, calling for taxi please. We have box and that reading is offshore 2, Mickey, transition, then is filed.
Actually, let's go ahead and get the new ATIS before we call. So that is 118.85.
Taxiways and runways. Read make of all runway holding instructions as required. All aircraft are required to include aircraft consignal ratmix and acknowledgements. Taxiway Juliet closed. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot. San Francisco International Airport ATIS information Foxtrot 2356 Zulu. West com. Visibility 10. Few clouds and 20 south. Temperature 21. 2.6. Altimeter 29901. Zibo FMSY bridge visual runway 28 right and tiptoe visual or ILS or area navigation runway 28 left in use. Landing runway 28 left, 28 right. Departing runway 1 left, 1 right. North is 2 airmen. Taxiway J closed. ASFC in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Read make of all runway holding instructions as required.
Alright, nothing really changed, so let's go ahead and get 132.2 put back in. And call up for our taxi instruction. And where did I say we was at? Ramp Alpha. San Francisco ground, Southwest 2434, ready to taxi Ramp Alpha with information Foxtrot.
Southwest 2434, runway 1 right, taxi via Alpha, Alpha 1, departure frequency 122.8.
We'll taxi via Alpha, Alpha 1, 122.8 on departure, Southwest 2434. So he's sending us over to Unicom. let's see. Where the hell is Alpha?
Ground United 739, really copy high for clearance to Lindbergh Smile.
That's Alpha. Alpha 1, okay.
United 739,
So pretty
I got
much
no
straight
flight plan from
across.
ya.
That's a bad chart there, though. Alright, brakes can come off. Increase the throttle and get on up out of here. So we downloaded some Ortho for Oregon and Idaho and Seattle, well, Washington State. And it may be a portion of Northern California here that I don't have Ortho for. I have pretty much the whole United States. But what it was is I started doing the towers myself. And this is before I found, I need to get over to the right one more. And this is before I found Fork Boys Ortho. Oh, was that Alpha there? I think that was Alpha. That's alright, we'll go it up. Yeah, because this is Bravo. Alpha 2. Where the hell is Alpha 1?
Main ground United 739, ready for the Lindbergh.
There it is down there. Yeah, I took a wrong turn on Bravo. I hope he doesn't scream at me. We'll just continue. Not even mention
United
nothing about
739,
it.
you're cleared to Lindbergh Field via the offshore 2 departure, Mickey Dennis 5, climb via SID, accept maintain 10,000, departure frequency 122.8, squawk 4555.
I was saying Alpha is straight, so
Offshore 2.
we did get on to Bravo though for a second.
Which will be 10,000, initial.
Approaching 01 left.
And we're squawking 4555, United 739.
United 739, read back correct to expect runway 1.
Alpha 1 coming up here.
Left for departure. ATIS information Foxtrot current. ATIS is not up though. Push to start your discretion, clock for taxi.
Push to start my discretion, expect 1.
And this is our runway here on the right.
United 739.
So we will pull up to the whole short line, get our stuff set, and then call for let them know we're here. Landing lights can come on, strobes can come on, wing lights can come on as well. San Francisco ground, Southwest 2434 is holding short of 1 right, ready to go.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Southwest 2434, monitor advisor and 122.8, have a great flight.
122.8, Southwest 2434. I guess that means we're clear to go. So before we pull up, let's go ahead and get that in. Swap that on over.
Approaching 01 right.
San Francisco traffic, Southwest 2434 is taking the active runway 1 right for departure. San Francisco traffic.
On runway 01 right.
Alright, let's line up. Get one last look over of the systems. Everything looks good. Bring them on up to stabilize. San Francisco traffic, Southwest 2434 departing runway 1 right. San Francisco traffic. And Toga.
Knots.
80 knots check.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Positive rate, gear up. We'll fly the flight director on out by hand.
400.
400 feet check.
One thousand.
1,000. And we'll go ahead and hand it to the autopilot. As we depart San Francisco. Out over the bay. Flaps can come up. Auto brakes on. And gear can go off as well. And let's go ahead and bring up our departure here. We're above 3,000, that's good. Alright, so we're on our way after a brief stint on our way up to Oregon. Got Alcatraz there, a little tiny island there. Golden Gate Bridge off in the distance. Pretty nice. Good. Looking good here. Yeah, I can't remember if this is Ortho or not. I know I did California, but I think I stopped north of LA, so I'm not sure this is Ortho here. Unless it's part of the airport. Still looks good though. It could be Ortho. Can't remember. I don't think it's Ortho though. But anywho, we're on our way. Had a slight delay at the gate. There's 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off, and belts can come off as well.
Seatbelt sign stay the on position until we land in Los Angeles. On the fence, while that seatbelt sign is on, you must remain in your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain feels it safe and turns it off.
I can tone down that daggone water sun flare. We're doing good though, we're climbing out. 12.9. Got a little bit of rough there, but we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the belt signs back on until we get out of this rough air. I'm sorry. A little bouncy.
Quick messages called and ask somebody to take their seats for a little bit. So please make sure you're in your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until he does turn that fasten seatbelt sign off and we get to the response. Thanks.
Hazy coming out of San Fran today. Normal for that area. Alright, so coming up on transition altitude, we'll go over the standard once we cross there, which is now.
1,000 to go.
And we'll go ahead and take our ourselves on up to cruise. Which is 360, I believe. Let me just double check the briefing. Yeah, 360. So looking good, looking good. I did not, however, let me put my Oakland Center just called. Alright, he wants us to, I forgot he was on 132.2. I should have stayed at 19,000 until crossing here. Oakland Center is Southwest 2434 is with you out of flight level 210 for 360.
Southwest 2434 Oakland Center. Roger, ident, and one more time say the altitude leaving for me.
Ident, and we are passing through altitude flight level 220, sorry.
Southwest 2434, no problem. Oakland Center radar contact 10 miles north of the Skaggs Island VOR. Climb maintain flow 360.
Up to flight level 360, Southwest 2434.
9739 Oakland Center radar contact.
Q5 on the ground at Moffett. Request taxi. We're going to be VFR westbound with flight following.
United 739 Oakland Center radar contact. Stay altitude leaving.
Passing 4,300 United 739.
United 739, climb and maintain flight level 290.
290 United 739.
Oakland Center, good afternoon, code 65. We're Mike Short at Alpha 1. Correction, Mike Short at 1 left. And we're holding position, waiting coordination with our escort. United 257, 257, the runway 1 left, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 1 left, United 257. Oakland Center, Coho 65 Megan, review level 40069 North Shafter. At 400, was that Southwest 1700? Yep. Southwest 1700, Oakland Center, I-10.
Alright, so just about 11,000 feet, 10,500 feet to go. So we're up to cruise. Yeah, I don't think none of this is Ortho. It may be.
We're short of 1 left at Mike. We're waiting on coordination with our
Doesn't look like it though.
Intentions are to pick up Marza with a fast mover 16,000 over Siegel.
Let's go ahead and bring this out some.
Coho 65.
Top of climb,
Roger,
just up ahead.
Negative, sir. We're still trying to coordinate with our intercept aircraft. We'll advise ready for takeoff. Coho 65.
I wonder what ops those guys are doing.
25 ground radar contact, VFR westbound with flight following.
10 miles south of the Clovis VOR. Maintain level 400. Reset transponder. Squawk 3226, 3226. Southwest 1700, and we're 20 miles from top of descent. Southwest 1700, roger.
Let's see, how far up does...
Oakland Center, Disco 25.
Order 125.8 for
How
Southwest
far up
927.
does...
Southwest 1024, descend via the Diamond 5 arrival, San Francisco, altimeter 29901. 29901, and we will be descending via the...
Alright, so we still got approach and tower on in Portland, so that's good.
Diamond 5, Southwest 1024. Southwest 1700, descend via the Sutter 2 arrival, San Francisco, Sacramento altimeter 29901. Descend via the Sutter 2, and we have the weather at Sacramento 1700. Right.
Oakland Center, Disco 25.
Disco 25 open.
Oakland Center, Disco 25, ground Moffett. Request taxi, VFR westbound with flight following, type S18.
Disco 25, Oakland Center, roger. You said you're ready to taxi?
Affirmative, Disco 25.
Disco 25, roger. Taxi runway 32 left for departure, and stand by for your spot.
Okay, taxi to 32 left, Disco 25.
At 257, Oakland Center, radar contact, stay altitude. Climbing through 4,500 for 10, United 27. Yeah, 257, climb unrestricted, maintain flight level 350. Climb maintain flight level 350, unrestricted, United 27.
Alright, seems like the rough air chilled out a little bit. We can go ahead and let the passengers back up. Coming out of beautiful Northern California.
Ryanair 6969.
Yeah, this ain't Ortho, I don't think.
Radio checks 5x5.
It's all good, we'll get that fixed this week.
Ryanair 6969 at SFO. We want clearance to do traffic pattern. Ryanair 69, roger. Clearance on request, standby.
Oakland Disco 25, ready, 32 left, profit.
Got me a little snack tonight, guys. Some sour cream and onion chips.
Still working on your squawk. Disco 25, when able to say your type aircraft.
A Yingling Golden Pilsner, which is pretty good.
Roger, we're type F-18 and Slant Papa. We're going to be VFR to the west, going up with another aircraft.
Disco 25, Roger.
We got some rough air there.
What's your initial requested VFR cruising altitude?
16,500, Disco 25.
Roger, and your destination?
Eventually we'll be going to San Diego.
Roger.
Passengers call the connect the right to take their seats from over, so please make sure you're in your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until he does turn that fasten seatbelt sign off when we get to the response.
With B132.2.
Squawk 32. Zero, Disco 25.
Disco 25, read back correct. Left turnout approved. Maintain VFR outside San Francisco Class Bravo airspace. Runway 32 left, clear for takeoff.
32 left, clear. Takeoff, left turnout course approved. Remain clear of the Bravo, Disco 25.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go.
And we're going to actually speed it up too, guys.
United 739, we need to step away to make a quick deposit.
739, report back.
Yeah, we're going to try to step it up.
Center code 65, coordination complete, ready to take off, runway 1 left at Mike. Coho 65, Oakland Center, roger to wind, calm, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff. Wind calm, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff, Coho 65.
Alright, it is still a little bumpy, so we're not going to let them up, but we will give them an announcement.
Verify your squawk, tree 220.
We've reached our cruising altitude. Lines are smooth, so I'll turn the seatbelt sign on. I would like to ask you to do a favor, so please keep your seatbelt fastened on the Also, please don't hold the lines and approach the forward galley laboratory area. We really appreciate you choosing to fly with Southwest Airlines. No facility strip. That's right, we can look at that. Okay, 3330, Disco 25.
Alright, so let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. We're behind schedule.
FedEx 1839 to send me the MZO3 arrivals, the Oakland altimeter 29902. Okay, the MZO3 arrival
Go up to Mach
altimeter
0.82.
29902, FedEx 1839.
Not that far out though. 289 nautical miles to top of descent. So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and get up some information for Portland. First time going into this airport as well. Let's grab the airport chart.
For 10,000. Coho
And
65,
then let's grab
climb and maintain level 290.
the arrival.
290, be advised, we're going to pick up Mars with a
Timbers
fast
2.
mover, Disco 25, 16,000 over Siegel. Coho 65, roger.
And what runway will we schedule to land on? Let's see. I guess it's going to be whatever tower says, but we're expecting 10 right at over in Portland. So we'll go ahead and let's get ILS 10 right. approach course is 103. Localizer is 110.5. So let's put that in. That's already set there. We'll swap that over. Put that in his radio as well. Dang. ILS 110.5.
Oakland Center, .com 33, flight level 410.
Swap that out to his as well.
Right now, 616, I'm back in combat, still waiting for that clear.
And let's see here, let's take a look at the approach chart. 4,000. So we're going to probably set 4,000 for our bottom altitude. Alright, let's see, which way are we coming in? Maku. Alright, so Moxie, we got to be at 240 or above. So let's double check that and make sure that's correct. Yep, 240. And then at Port L, we got to be below 240 above 11,000. That's correct. Timbers, we got to be above 11,000 at 270. That's correct. Vance, below 15, above 11 at 250. That's good.
Yeah, 739 is PIC. Okay.
Flower, below 9, above 7. That's good. Was there a speed there? No, 240. I like to run, I'll leave it at 240 for now. And then where do we go from there? Flower, F4. So we go up to the left here, same altitude. Micro, 210 knots at 5,000. That's good. And then brew, pub, and then we should be able to get vectors from there. We do have a vector in there. Alright, so everything looks good on the approach. And as we get closer, we will reset our MCP altitude to 4,000.
Southwest 1024, expect the quiet bridge visual runway 28 right. If you'd like the ILS, just let me know. Visual's fine, 28 right, and we'll expect quiet bridge. Southwest 1024 right. Southwest 1700, Sacramento, landing north. Expect the ILS runway 34 right for visual.
In about 10-15 more minutes, we'll be out of his airspace, so we'll be able to go back over to Unicom.
Is there even an ILS for 34 right at Sacramento? I had a 50-50 shot. It's 34 left. We'll expect the ILS 34 left, 1700.
Nobody in front of us. The nearest plane, he's going into
do me a favor, ITED one more time for me.
KEUG. I don't even know where that is.
Roger that, copy 33.
Got a couple guys coming south. And we're looking good. In the Pacific Northwest today.
Brooklyn Center, FedEx 1839, stepping out of the cockpit for about 2 minutes. We'll report back. Roger.
Yeah, we got a 60 knot headwind as well.
33, I did not observe. You might need to use the V-Pilot one.
Which we did expect. So, we're pushing as fast as we can. I forgot to start the chronometer. Man, me and this chronometer does not get along. I forget every single time to start it.
Coho 65, advise when you are accepting Marsa with Disco 25. Coho 65, Roger, we'll report him inside. Disco 25, we'll advise when you have the company Coho 65 inside and when you're accepting Marsa. Roger, Disco 25.
So once we get out of his airspace in the next few minutes, we'll be able to relax a little. At least until we get up to approach in Portland. We'll be able to relax a little and maybe play a couple tunes. As we make our way up into
FedEx 1839, Oakland Road.
Oregon. Which I've heard is a really beautiful state. Still choppy, but it's all good. Our virtual passengers will be just fine.
.com 33, I still never observed your identity. I guess it's not working. Just say your position.
Get that wing flex going on the Zibo.
Open Center Coho 65, we have Disco 25, inside request formation, join up 16,000, I have Marsa. Coho 65, roger. Disco 25, advise you're accepting Marsa with Coho 65. That's good, team. 5, affirmative. Roger, Coho 65, who's going to be the leader when it all is said and done? Is it going to be Disco or you? Coho 65, we got the flight lead. Roger. Disco 25, you're cleared to join up on Coho 65, squawk standby. Radar
they must be doing some formation flying or something.
Squawk standby, that's good.
That's pretty sweet.
And Open Center Coho flight, we're going to take you to climb up to the 290. Coho 65, roger, climb maintain up 290. That's the 290 Coho flight.
That's pretty sweet. I wonder what they're
Southwest 1024 at RT join Hyatt Bridge, visual routing only, report bridge and airport site, maintain 7000. Maintain 7, report the bridge and airport site, and we will join the Quiet Bridge arrival, Southwest 1024.
Yo, looking at Vatastic.
Southwest 1024 to maintain 6000. Down to 6, Southwest 1024.
There's a couple of guys out here that
Southwest 1024, clear, Quiet Bridge, visual runway 28 right approach.
from the east.
Visual 28 right, Southwest 1024. Center.com 33, we're just southwest of the AIM-E VOR, crossing over Lake Davis at this time. .com 33, roger, radar contact, maintain flight level 410. Roger that, flight level 410. Oakland Center, good evening. It's Bayjet 925 on the ground at Oakland, looking for an IFR clearance arena.
About 8 to 10 more minutes, we'll be clear of this airspace.
Oakland Center clear to Reno, Sacramento, Tahoe Airport, in the Oakland 4 departure radar vector, Sacramento, then as filed.
No, I don't mind it. I don't mind the ATC hearing it.
Except to maintain 10,000. Expect level 190.10 minutes after departure. Departure 132.2, squawk 3240. Reno, Oakland 4 radar vector, Sacramento as filed. Climb to 6, so maintain 10,000, 190.10.
We could ask them to go up a little bit higher, but it's no need. Virtual passengers will be fine.
30 for departure, call for taxi. 30 for
With
departure.
the mountains and the haze and fog down in between the valleys,
Southwest 1024,
it's pretty sweet.
Airport site. Southwest 1024, Roger. For the quiet bridge visual approach, you only need one of them, as long as you're flying the charted visual. Oh, thank you. And we're still maintaining 6. Southwest 1024.
Getting bounced around still.
Southwest 1024, once you've been cleared for the visual, you can descend as required to land. You are cleared for an instrument approach as a visual approach. It's an instrument approach. You can do whatever you want. I apologize, that's my mistake.
Rip. It's all good. We all learn, all gotta learn. That guy probably didn't know. But I have to say, since this new codec has come out, I'm having a lot easier time understanding ATC. I was the guy that would always ask for the readback about 2 or 3 times. Ask the controller to repeat himself. So I'm liking the new codec so far. Sounds really good. Alright, so what we did forget to do, and I started to do it earlier, but I think the controller had called, let's put in our information into Active Sky. So I can make sure I have some updated weather information on my end. And we'll try to get Portland, we'll try to get Portland's ATIS here in a bit as we get a little closer. We're almost to, what is that, Machu? Which that's our entry point into the star anyway. And it's actually halfway on this leg today.
At 739 LA's not online. Monitor Unicom 122.8 at your day.
3042.
United 739, United 257, LA is offline. Monitor Unicom 122.8. See ya. Over to 122.8. See ya. FedEx 1839, the Oakland altimeter 2992. Expect the ILS or visual approach runway 30.
So that's what Active Sky is reading, is the altimeter in Portland 3042. And we actually we are in range for Portland's ATIS, so we'll tune it 128.35.35. So we'll tune that now. What did I say it was? 128.35. We'll put that on hold there, on standby.
Southwest 1024, running 28 right, clear land. Put a ran, 28 right, Southwest 1024.
And we're just about to the edge of
Southwest 2434 Seattle is offline, monitoring income 122.8, see ya.
there we go. 122.8 Southwest 2434. Good night. Alright, so we're not in range yet for Portland's ATIS, but we'll leave it tuned there for a second. Portland approach is still on and tower is still on, so we don't have to worry about them for a while. So we'll leave that tuned to the ATIS, and once we get in range, it will start to tell us what the weather is down there. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a quick second. I'm going to run to the bathroom and check on the kids, and we will be back with you in just 1 microsecond. So y'all stand by. Alright, I heard the ATIS in the other room, so I came back to see what we had here. I didn't even get a chance to do what I needed to do. You hear the static? That's pretty sweet. We'll have to listen to it again, but static is because we're out of range. We're just about out of range.
28 left. 28 right. North is 28 airmen.
I lost my, oh,
Green
here it
signal,
is.
hold short instructions. Transponder should be mode C on the taxiways and runways. ASFC in use. Operate mode C on ground. Hazardous weather information for Washington. Available online or on request. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Foxtrot.
So we'll catch that again.
Portland International Airport Native Information Foxtrot. 00530. West 070 and 14. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 6. Dew point -14. November 3041. Airman Tango for moderate turbulence below 14K. Landing runway 10 left, 10 right, simultaneous visual approach runway 28 left, 28 right. North at 2 airmen. Green signal, hold short instructions. Transponder should be mode C on the taxiways and runways. ASFC in use. Operate mode C on ground. Hazardous weather information for Washington. Available online or on request.
Alright. I didn't quite get the ATIS. It was a little garbled. I got 3-0. So we're already on 3-0, so we'll get clarification on that as we get closer. And then we'll go ahead and run right quick and do what we gotta do, and we'll be back at you in a moment. Alright guys, we are back. Welcome back, welcome back. I see Anthony has joined. What's going on, Anthony? Welcome aboard. He says, I found out why I was so slow. I was gonna pass y'all. Are you following me? He says, my bit rate though. I got auto speed on now though. What do you mean, your bit rate on the stream? Trying to get my stream or what? Lower your, if it is, lower your quality down to 1080p. This is a 1440 stream, so you might need to lower your bit rate if your internet can't handle it. Man, I wish you were here earlier, dude. I got stumped on the TOLUS. Hadn't flown it in a while, and it wouldn't let me put in my my weights from the information thing. You know, where you fuel. You put your fuel, how many passengers, and all of that junk, and then you take those two numbers for the zero fuel weight and the other number, and then plug it into the what is it, the init page B. It wouldn't accept it, and I've tried everything, adjusting it all the way down. So as you see, we had to default and do something. We had to default and jump in the Zibo, which in my opinion never fails. Simple to program the FMC. Maybe I just need some more work on the TOLUS. I've pretty much forgotten everything I knew about it, and that comes from pilot error of not flying in a while. So it's all good. We had to do Southwest. I wanted to do an Alaska flight. This is supposed to be an Alaska flight, but I did manage to find one Southwest flight up out of San Francisco on Project Flight. So we ran with Southwest 2434. Anthony says TOLUS is easier to program, but you'll relearn it. Yeah, I just got to fly it a couple times. I'll probably fly it tomorrow, you know, off stream, and just try to catch up on everything. It's just, you're right, it's not hard, but it's just different than the Boeing FMS. So, I mean, most of the stuff, I mean, I got my route in there and everything, and it wasn't until I got to the init B page, putting in the weights and stuff, weight and balance and stuff, I couldn't get past it. I spent 10-15 minutes on it on stream, and I was just like, you know what, it's gonna piss me off. So I just swapped out and refiled my flight plan, and got her going with the Zibo. So that's that, man. I believe, yeah, we're up in Oregon now. See, yeah, this is all Ortho I just did last night. I don't think I had Ortho for Northern California, because I did all of that by hand from like just north of LAX all the way down to San Diego. But we'll get that Ortho fixed up there in Northern California. I did Oregon, Washington State, and Idaho. That's pretty much all I needed, as I pretty much have the whole United States covered by Ortho. Then also have the Caribbean and Jamaica and all of that stuff covered by Ortho as well. So we're making our way. What's that, about 75 miles or so to top of descent. Let's see if we still got, yeah, we still got approach, and we still got tower on in Portland. So we're looking good there. Hopefully they stay on. Portland currently has 6 departures and 2 arrivals. One of the arrivals being me. I don't see who else would be going into Portland right now. Who is this? Sorry about that banging. That's my 5-year-old daughter slamming the toilet seat. Yeah, 53 nautical miles at the top of descent. Alright, stand by guys. Let me give my daughter a hand. Alright, I'm back guys. So Anthony says, did you start the clock? Man, dude, I was just talking about that before you joined in. It's my nemesis. I forget every single time to start that damn thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself as far as starting that daggone clock. So what did I say earlier? 4,000. Let's go ahead and reset our MCP altitude to 4,000. They're probably going to give us something different. But we'll reset that. The top of the descent is coming up and 34 nautical miles. And we'll bring our range in just a little bit. And I think that thing did say above 24,000. Where are we going? Moxie? Yeah, above 24, so we're good. And let's set our descent speed. I don't want to be descending at 290. Let's set that 250. Alright. Anthony says, I think you passed your top of descent. Never mind. I was going to say, dude, I knew I hadn't passed it yet. It was like 50, 60 miles last time I checked. I was going to pass y'all my bit rate though. Anthony, what would you talk about your bit rate? He said, should I get CJ on so we can convince you for another flight? You know, actually tonight I'm for it. I mean, even if he doesn't get on, if you want to jump in, we can maybe head back down to I don't know, back to San Francisco or somewhere else. I'm for it. Maybe San Francisco or Vegas or something. Matter of fact, let me look and have a look-see. And here comes our decel, slowing down for our descent. Let's see what we can get out of Portland. It's not too long. We could go up to, I was going to say we can do Seattle. I'll jump in the like the ERJ 145 or something, which I've done one flight in that, so that's going to be a test in itself. We can do Portland to Seattle. That's an hour flight. I only have the default demo area for there. We got an hour and a half, Portland to KSJC. I don't know which airfield that is. Anthony says bitrate in XP was low. The controller told me the following: if your bitrate is low in Xplane 11, the plane will show correct ground speed, but to everyone else the plane is going slower. Oh, okay, I never knew that. I never knew that. So see, we got that slower descent, we put that slower descent in, and it's not asking us for drag right away. It probably will in a minute as we're creeping up, but just throw a little speed brake out. You don't have to go full bore speed brake. I'm not even halfway out. I'm only about a quarter of the way out right now, which again is natural from what I've seen flying on 737s. Hazy day up here in Oregon as well. And let's go ahead and give our cabin crew a announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have started our descent. I have turned the seatbelt sign back on. I'd like to ask you to please return to your seats and buckle up for the short duration of the flight. We really appreciate you choosing to fly with Southwest this morning. Hope you've enjoyed the trip. Have a great week, and please come back and see us again real soon. God bless.
Anthony says, my new auto speed plugin helps with it. Where'd you get that from? What is the auto speed plugin? I mean, I haven't had an issue with bitrate as far as hearing it from a controller. But what does it do? Does it help with your internet bitrate, or is it? Alright, we'll pop a little more speed brake out, even though it's not asking us to. You go descending at 290 knots, you're going to overspeed. It's going to ask you for drag. I like to start my descent a bit slower. That way it's easier to control. This AV-Tab chart is never on point for me. It still says I'm coming into freaking Moxie. And that's the issue I've had with the Zibo. So I'm gonna have to get up my Navigraph Charts app. Let's go ahead and pull that up here on the second screen. Load my flight. Open charts list, Timbers 2. Oh, even this is saying I'm outside the chart bounds. Yeah, that's weird. I'm getting ready to cross Portal. Alright, we'll just have to keep an eye on that. And Portland approach is now offline, so all we got is tower. One, 2, 8, 3, 5. Let's go ahead and swap over to him.
Portland International Airport, ATIS information, Foxtrot.
ATIS.
0053 Zulu. West 070 and 14.
1, 2, 3, 7,
Visibility
7.
10. Sky clear below 12,000. 304. Altimeter 3041. Landing and departing runway 10 right and runway 10 left. VFR aircraft state direction of flight. Operate transponder on all taxiways and runways. Aircraft pushing back on taxiway Tango requires VLR and VFR ground control. Caution for increased bird activity. Has weather information for Portland area available from Taiwan or flight service station frequency. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Foxtrot.
Alright, so that's Foxtrot. That's still current. Alright, that's the link, Anthony, to auto throttle, auto speed. I'll check it out. Also, you should update your AV tab so you can have dark mode. That would be really awesome. I didn't even realize there was an update for it. I'll have to go and grab that. I've been wanting that for the longest. Matter of fact, let me go and let me go look that up right quick. Is it on the org? Is it the one that was just updated August 29th, the AV tab? Oh. We missed our transition. Now that's got us high on the descent. Move mouse point on, staying on map, telegraph integration. Alright, yeah, we'll have to go, and I ain't seeing anything about dark mode, but we'll definitely, the version I'm seeing is version 0.3.16. He says, yeah, okay. So we'll grab that, we'll update that afterwards. And we are continuing our descent. And let's see here, let me just make sure. 10 right. Yeah, 10 right. One 110.5, 103. We've already got that set. I wonder if this guy's also doing approach. I mean, should I call his ass? I probably should call him. Let me just call him and see. Portland Tower, Southwest 2434. Frame rip. Yeah, PDX Tower 12377. I might be still out of range. Alright, getting ready to come across 10,000, so we'll pop the landing lights on. Shut it! Yeah. Alright, we got the airport right off our nose there. We'll be making a flight left here shortly. Portland Tower, Southwest 2434. I still don't think I'm close enough to get him. And maybe this is the problem that everyone's talking about with Xpilot. Either that or I'm not close enough. But it says 123775. I'm on 12377, which normally works. Maybe I'm just not close enough yet. Alright, so we're gonna go in speed intervene mode. Bring her down to 230. Actually bring her down to 220. Sun setting in Portland right now. We'll go ahead and drop her in the auto brakes 2. Got the airport right over there. Yep, we know. We already had some drag out. We'll give you a little bit more. Let's go ahead and fix that disco because I don't know that we're gonna get, that vector. Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna get his ass. And that's a sharp turn, so we'll extend this a little bit so we're not making that sharp turn. After we level off at B Brew, we'll go on the heading mode and do it that way. 'Cause that is a sharp turn there. And we've got some choppy air coming down here into Portland. This ought to be fun. Anthony says, you're not close enough. My X-Pilot is working fine. Okay. Says, are you going to lower your track IR? Not sure what you mean, lower it. It jumps like that because what happens is, like when I look somewhere, if I don't leave and then pause it, if I don't leave my head right there where I left it, like I just unpause it, it wasn't as bad. See, what happens is, like if I look somewhere, pause it, and then move my head, well, my head is not in the original position that I left it, so it causes that jump up like that. I try to keep it in my mind that, okay, if I pause it right here, I leave my head right there, so for you guys' sake, it's not all jumpy. So we'll bring, god damn it. So we'll bring her to 280, throw her into heading mode. And once we pass, what is that, P-Bub, we'll go direct to, what is that, Scafo. Yeah, we just want to extend this a little bit so we're not making that sharp turn. Crazy turbulence coming into here. These winds out of the mountains. It's going to be a fun approach. So when should I try to call this guy, Anthony, on final or what? Oh, see, this is saying he's on 199.99. That doesn't make sense. I don't even think you can get 199 on here, can you? Damn, I can't even tune my radios because of the damn turbulence. Hey, you can't even get 199. What the hell? But here it's saying 123775. Yeah, 12377. That's what I'm on. Alright, so we're making our turn now. We'll go ahead and slow her down to 180. And we'll bring flaps 1 or slats 1 out.
Thousand to go.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get our, we'll do flaps 40 at 140 knots. So 40/140. Enter our VREF speed in there. And then our approach speed will be 145. Alright, so we do have the runway in sight. So we'll give them a call about 10 miles out. Come on down to flaps 5. Inform the cabin crew.
Lieutenants, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Anthony said he's on 12377. That's what I'm on. 12377. As you can see there, 12377. Portland Tower, Southwest 2434 is 16 miles out for visual runway 10 right. I ain't getting nothing from him yet. Portland Tower, Southwest 2434, you copy? 14 miles out, man. Gorgeous sunset though. Yeah, we're just about to pick up the glide slope and drop the gear. Go ahead and bring our VREF speed down to 145. Portland Tower, Southwest 2434 is on a 12-mile final for 10 right. Alright, for some reason I can't get him. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect so I don't get yelled at here in a second. Alright, gear can come on down. Why is my comm changing one? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna just disconnect, man. I ain't got time to be fooling with that shit. Alright, so we are disconnected. We're gonna go ahead and land this offline. Because I don't have time to be trying to type that I'm on final. That's the only issue I have. It seems the other night it was with Center. Center couldn't hear me, or they weren't responding. And then tonight it's with Tower, and it seems like it's when it has that third decimal place of 5. So I don't know. It's a bit frustrating though. Anthony's calling negative 243. All right, we'll see if we can do better than the other night. We'll take over control at the 1,000-foot call out. Landing lights on. Let's go ahead. There's 2,500. Everything else is set. We got our altitude set if we have to go around, which we're not going to have to go around, I promise you that. Gorgeous evening coming into Portland as we fly the ILS approach down to 1,000. I never did set my my minimums either. Leave it at 200 for now, which we can see anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, flaps check. Landing gears down, 3 greens. Reference speed is check. Go ahead and match our throttles for when we disengage the auto throttle. Match our throttles here with what we got. Man, this is a really pretty approach. This is my first time flying into Portland. This is nice. Glide slope's looking good. Localizer is looking good. We are a little bit left, but it's still good. Alright, there's
1,000 feet,
1,000.
stabilized, missed approach altitude set.
And let's come off of the auto throttles.
Approaching 10 right.
A little low.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
300.
Flight slow.
Approaching minimums. 200.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Minimums.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Long landing, 9,000 feet remaining.
Oh, that was a hard one again.
$80 knots.
80 knots check. And there's 60. Manual braking. Auto brakes can come off. Welcome to Portland International Airport, everyone. We'll go ahead and exit left here. Take one of these quick gates there. Start the APU. Flaps can go up. Auto brakes can be stowed. APU didn't start. There we go. So we'll take one of these gates real quick so we can get a replay. Alright, he's picked us up. Damn, how close do you want me to go to the damn thing? Alright, parking brake set. Switch over to the APU gens. Bleed air. Let's get some panel lights in here. We didn't have any at first. Alright, shutter on down. Hey, and welcome to Portland, Oregon. I know nothing about Portland other than they can't pump their own gas, like New Jersey. Anthony says, nice, 104. Yeah, that was pretty decent. I felt like it was a little harder. The right main touchdown first, I believe. That's what it felt like. Alright, let's go ahead and grab a couple replays of that. And let's see exactly what we did on the approach there. See how it looked. Alright, let's clear all of this stuff out. And let's get some music.
2500.
Alright. So we'll go from passenger view first. And we'll clear my ugly face off the screen so you can enjoy this. This is a really pretty approach. So we'll watch this one full length and then we'll grab some outside ones. What you gonna do, Anthony? Second leg? Or... Man, it's 10 o'clock, dude. I'm getting off after this. I gotta work tomorrow. I can't do it tonight. Maybe Thursday. Thursday we'll definitely do 2 legs. This is a 2-hour flight, so we'll definitely try to get 2 shorter legs in on Thursday. Look at the marina there with the boats. That's pretty nice. I floated her a little bit. It was still a long landing. Yeah, there was the roll right there. Spoilers come up. Alright, let's see. Let's go and grab the runway view here. Why did it put us on that runway? Oh, what am I doing? Alright, let's take her back. Man, that's a nice freaking shot there. Let's rotate her around to this side, try to get that sun in the picture. Turn this one up for you. Turn this one up for you. Oh, that was a little float right there. center line. It's back on up here. This is a really nice shot. This shot is going to be featured somewhere on the channel. Man, that's an awesome shot. Right there, that's an awesome shot. Little off the center line. Comes back over to the center line. I held the center line pretty good. That's nice. I'm gonna watch that one more time. Let's fast forward, back it up just a little bit. That was a really nice attempt at holding the center line. Screenshot right there, screenshot. Still did decent at maintaining the center line. Alright, let's get one from... Let's grab one from here and then we'll grab a tower view. And then, well hell. We can grab 2 or 3 more replays. I'm not doing the second lecture now.
2500.
That's a really nice shot there as well.
500. 400.
I know what my problem is. That glass slope always climbs like hell. And I feel like if I follow it, I'm too high on the approach. So I let it leave me for a second.
200.
Oh no, maybe I like to come in a little more shallow. Did good stand on the localizer though.
50. 40. 30.
10. Let's grab up from the tower view. And then that will we'll conclude that there. Maybe. Oh, what the hell happened? Oh, I went back too far. I switched to another tower. Let's see if it switches back to Portland. Okay, there we go. Man, just look at that. That is just beautiful. flared a bit much. I still held that center line though. Let's see here. Let's get one more from, well, $2,500.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Take a screenshot there. That's a nice view. Alright guys, that's going to be it. Thank you for joining. Stay tuned to the very end. You can see my picture of me sitting inside of a 737 cockpit. If you haven't already done so, if you're watching this video later, be sure to comment, rate, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content that you've seen tonight. And again, sorry for the mishap earlier, trying to fly out the coding. But if you want to fly sometime, link is in the description to my Discord. If you want to support the channel, link is also in the description of this video. And until next time, we will catch you all later.